It amazes me that we're in the year 2017 and a lot of people don't actually know the difference between a developer and a publisher. So very quickly before we jump into the topic of the video, I want to say that I have a sinus infection, so sorry if I sound a little bit weird, but without further ado, let's jump right into this. So you would be surprised on a daily basis how many people I talk to and how many people don't know the difference between a developer and a publisher, and how many people wrongly attack a developer when they're supposed to be attacking a publisher due to reasons. So a very good example of this would be like, I talk to people on a regular daily basis. People who don't know Call of Duty, or even people who do play Call of Duty, don't know who the game is developed by, believe it or not. I've actually talked to some people who don't know which Call of Duty game is developed by which studio, and they just think Activision makes all of the games and publishes the games, which is wrong. There's a developer and a publisher. So here's where it comes into play, where you need, and this is why it's important, is when you attack a developer based on what a publisher does, or you attack a publisher based on what a developer does. One of those two things. When you're attacking the wrong people and you think you're right is when it's wrong. That's when it comes down to it. If you're sitting here, a very good example would be a game coming out as of right now. It's very fresh, so I'm going to use it. Shadow of War. Microtransactions were added into the game, not on Monolith's behalf, on WB's half. You see, here's how this works. Developers get in contact with a publisher. Developers have to meet the publisher's demands or else the people won't publish the game. Simple as that, okay? So if a publisher says, you better be putting microtransactions in this game, well, you better be putting microtransactions in the game or else your game's never going to see the light of day. And that's simply what it comes down to and how it works. So when it comes down to it, a lot of people are jumping on Monolith shit for microtransactions when it's WB who actually did the microtransaction. WB is known for a ton, and I mean a ton, literally, of microtransactions being in their games that they have made, whether it be skins or different things along those lines, but they're there and you could tell. And also on top of that, when Monolith was asked to do with the microtransactions and why they're there, he couldn't really give an explanation, because the reason being why is because he was told by the publisher, you got to figure out some way to put in microtransactions or else we're not doing this game. And that's simply what it came down to. And a lot of people just in general, taking away from that, don't know the difference between a developer and a publisher. A lot of people will blame Call of Duty based on Infinity Ward. Like, a lot of people will just be like, oh my god, you know, they have supply drops and so on and so forth because of Infinity Ward or Treyarch, when that's not why. They have supply drops in the game based on Activision, and that's what it comes down to. Activision wants to make money to publish more Call of Duties. Even when it comes down to Battlefield, the same thing is done there. Different things along those lines. So when it comes down to it, you have a publisher and a developer. They're two different things, not the same thing. And a lot of people get really confused. I've met so many people, I can't tell you, that think that, oh, Infinity Ward is for this nonsense. This is why this is in the game. And it's not. It's due to how Activision want it to be, so they gotta obey by those rules. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys personally think about developers and publishers. Which one? Actually, this is a very good question. If you've stuck around till the end of this video, tell me in the comment section below, what is your #1 top hated publisher and what is your #1 top hated developer?
It was a big speech, talked about destiny and something called